What's up, guys? All right, as promised, 2025, the year of Flesh and Blood, the TCG. I feel like when you tell people about Flesh and Blood and they don't know it's a TCG, they just look at you weird, like, "Whoa, bro, why are you talking about Flesh and Blood?" Like, it makes me think of the movie Seven, and what is it, like the second or the third Crime the Attorney dude who has to like cut a chunk of his stomach out. Anyway. Can we cut that? Can we cut all that? Anyway. Today, FAB TCG 2.0, top 5, top 4, what you should buy. I'm going to go through. And I have gathered a team of analysts, AI, and scientists. And we're going to go through the top 4 sets of Flesh and Blood that are the best to buy right now. What kind of criteria are we going off of? We're going off of print runs. We're going off of release date. We're going off of cards inside. We're going off intuition. So, I've got them ranked, but let's be honest, they're not really ranked. Any 4 of these, you can mix this any way you want, and tell me which ones you would put up at the top. Tell me why I'm dumb. But we'll get this started off. Now, the first one I'm going to put on here is one you guys have probably already heard me rant about. Crucible. Oh my lord, can we spell today? Crucible of War. Now, I'm also going to tell you the print runs on these numbers and kind of why I'm justifying what I'm doing. Now, Crucible of War. This is before Flesh and Blood 2.0, which started with Uprising. So, we have first edition, which, if my calculations are correct, is 37,000. It is the most of the original 3. The original 3, the first 2, I want to say are less than 20K. And then we have the unlimited print run, which is the 125K. Now, if you're confused here what this means, this will also be a good video to kind of explain this. This is when they still had first edition and unlimited, kind of like you had with the original Pokemon. This first 37K will have your cold foils. The unlimited editions do not have the cold foils. I think there's also like a special card, like you could kind of call it a Marvel, I guess, that I think comes in the first edition ones that doesn't come in the unlimited. But so in total, we're looking at, what is that, like 162,000 roughly, if I can do math. 162K. So in total, there's about 162,000 boxes. This, combined together, is the lowest printed box of any of the boxes from before 2.0 to after starting with 2.0. Kind of a main reason. Now, apparently there are rumors that, Command and Conquer is getting reprinted, which is a staple of these cards. The thing I like about Flesh and Blood is it's got a little bit of the collectability, and especially more with the 2.0 set, so we'll talk about it kind of a little bit more there. It has the just card collectability, but then it also has the viability and gameplay essential, kind of driving the prices of the cards as well. So it's kind of like a mix of Pokemon and Magic, which is why I really like Flesh and Blood. So, Crucible of War. Next one, Dynasty. Now, Dynasty, I believe, was the second Flesh and Fab 2.0. This was when they kind of did it. They decided, hey, we're not going to be doing unlimited anymore. They came out with these, what they called Marvels, which I don't know if Marvels existed before 2.0. I don't think they did. And for that, it's going to be 168K. Remember, there's only one printing. There's no unlimited or first edition. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is the second lowest amount of printing with all boxes, right? And it's the lowest of any Flesh and Blood 2.0 set. So Dynasty has the least boxes of any of the sets. 2.0 sets, I should say. If you look at this is starting to dry up. And this is why I'm putting this at number 2, because I think what's going to happen, we haven't seen a lot of movement on the boxes, right? It's mostly been on singles. I predict that in 2025, it could be late 2025, mid 2025, it could be 2 months from now, we're going to start seeing a lot of these early 2.0 sets. They've been driven by singles, and the boxes haven't moved. I think we're going to start seeing the singles move, and we're going to see basically an arbitrage in box price which is then going to cause people to buy the boxes to break them, which is then going to skyrocket the box prices. So I keep an eye out on Dynasty. That's kind of a big one I'm expecting to possibly break out this year. Next, this is where I'm probably going to get some backlash, and I can totally understand, but here where I'm coming from. The third one I'm going to put is Monarch. And there's really only one major factoring reason that's making me put this here. It's because they're $60 a box for first edition. And I can't see them going any lower than $60. I think they went down to like 55 at one point, but I think they're pretty much I think it's bottoming right now. But here's why you'll understand why it's so cheap. We have 125,000 of the first edition. You have to understand how massive of a jump this was. And if you were around, you'll understand why like those boxes went from $800 to $60. And then in their infinite wisdom, they went and printed 181,000 of unlimited. So we have 125 first edition, 181,000 unlimited. It's crazy. I will admit, there just needs to be burnings of unlimited. Like they did the right thing with Everfest. Like if you go and look, there's only I think they put 40 confirmed boxes of Everfest Unlimited because they destroyed it all. This honestly, I'll be honest, this could have been the end of Flesh and Blood right here. This is honestly where it could have all ended. And the fact that it didn't, and we're still here, that's like a really good sign to me. Like that they actually somehow made it past this. Because I was coming into this as those boxes were collapsing, and I didn't really understand Flesh and Blood. I was only messing with Magic and a little bit of Pokemon. And just going back and looking up and doing research about this, it's fascinating. Channel Fireball. All right, now my last one I'm going to put is Uprising. And there is 212,000 boxes printed. This is the first Flesh and Blood 2.0 set. I just think that, again, it's the first Flesh and Blood 2.0 set. It's like the third or fourth highest printed set, or least printed set, I should say. And it was the first introduction of those Marvels, those full art, those dragons. Honestly, I haven't looked at the singles recently, but Uprising singles, I feel like there was a play to be had there on those Marvels. Like $20, $30 Marvels. I don't know. I feel like that's opportunity. So this is kind of where my head's at. Again, I love the gameplay of Flesh and Blood. I love the collectability of it. I love that they actually... I think this hurt them in the short run, but I think releasing the numbers, at least for these, will help them in the long term. Because if you think about it, when it gets to, like, if it does grow to an insane amount of numbers, when people realize how few of the boxes there are, like could you imagine, and again, I know that Pokemon, Flesh and Blood will never, let's like make that clear right now, it will never get to the level of Pokemon, but it doesn't need to. But could you imagine if Pokemon printed 37,000 of a booster box, how expensive that box would be? It would probably at least be like 100K. But anyway, so guys, this is where I'm at. Oh, my cat's going ham. These are my thoughts. Let me know why I'm wrong. Let me know what should change. I could see some other maybe 2.0 sets or Everfest. If I could put a 5 on here, I'd put Everfest. Just because, again, they destroyed the Unlimited. So, in theory, it kind of is the first 2.0, but they don't have the Marvels. But anyway, hey. The new set, what is it? The Hunters or Hunted or something? I can't even remember. The new set looks really good. Apparently they're having... I'm not sure if I believe that they're having printing problems or they're trying to kind of create these artificial issues that then kind of makes their boxes around that $100 mark. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of Flesh and Blood boxes go over $100 this year. So that's kind of my big prediction. But let me know what you guys think. Have a good one.